Alright guys, we are back. So now we are going to do the love reading on Mariah Carey and her alleged boyfriend, the Anderson Paak. I can't really clarify if they declare themselves boyfriend or girlfriend, but back to what I was saying in the introduction, that sounds like that, yes. Allegedly they are an item, and I have to say allegedly because you know we don't want to put any details out there, because as I said in the disclaimer, unless it comes out of the person's mouth, then it's accurate. Okay, so we're going to leave it at that. So I am going to do the same thing that I done in the previous reading. I'm going to take out a total of 6 cards. I did explain about how these cards work, and if you guys want me to repeat the same information, I just advise you to check out an old episode of the series if you want to get a little bit more in depth, because I don't want to explain it. Don't want to make this video too long. Okay, so I also said my prayers. I blessed myself upon the reading. I asked God and Spirit to assist with me within this reading upon what is the current energy that is surrounding both Mariah and Anderson, and we're all set and we're good to go. So let's get started. So the first card I'm going to pull, I'm going to ask the same question. Oh, my ring is knocking. Oh goodness. I'm going to ask the same question. What can Mariah Carey and Anderson Paak expect this year within their relationship? Now this is between the both of them. So let's see what the cards have to say. I feel like the card is trying to slip out. Okay, in this case it kind of fell out as I was doing the shuffling. Let's see what the first card we have. So, wow. Okay, I didn't really expect that, y'all. Okay, we have allegedly abusive. I know you don't deserve to be treated like this, but I am acting out a pattern of abuse that's really deeply rooted in me. Alright, you guys, so I don't think Anderson or Mariah is abusive at all. Okay? But we're gonna see what other cards that we're going to get, and we're going to see if this resonates with. Now with abuse, just because it says abuse, no one is not hitting nobody. I don't feel that at all. Okay, Mariah's too old for that, and so is Anderson. Ain't none of that going on. Ain't never been none of that. So I'm saying it out of my mouth. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Y'all could think what you want, but no, it's nothing to do with that. The word abuse could resonate, allegedly. And I told y'all what I feel about Anderson, right? How I feel like how Mariah, she's been through a lot, and we don't want our girl to be hurt by this man, allegedly. So what other terms could you say abuse? We can say allegedly verbal abuse, mental abuse, not physical, but just those 2 words, allegedly. Allegedly, okay? Alright, so what I'm going to do with this card, we're definitely going to put it over to the side. Screw up pulling out 6 cards and maybe a total of 8 again. I really don't want to go through to have like such a long reading, but hey, you guys have the patience for it. Please stay. Alright, so let's see what else we're going to get. Spirit, is there anything else you can tell me regarding what can Mariah Carey and Anderson... Okay, so you have one that fell forward. So between the two, since my card is facing the back way, we're going to go with this card here. So let me just take everything out. Backwards. Okay, so the next card that we have synergy. We could achieve so much together than we would individually. Okay, so it looks as though that this is a relationship where allegedly I feel like one can build off of the other, because you see what this says, we can achieve so much together than we would individually. So this could be like a relationship where one or both can collaborate together. Let's just think of like Mariah and Anderson. Yes, they are entertainers in the music industry. There could be like some future music that could be coming out. Anderson, I believe he composed songs. He may write songs, if I'm not mistaken. That's why him and Bruno was, they were ecstatic together. So I do believe that, yes, he is a songwriter. So is Mariah Carey. She is an exceptional songwriter. And you have these two talents into one. And I feel like that this is another one of those like benefits that would be helpful within the relationship. Like both of them will be able to share that love for song making and songwriting, and then with us as the fans, we will be able to enjoy. They may come up with an album together. You never know. They may do the whole Selena Gomez and the Benny Blanco thing where they'll have an album together and it'll be all lovey-dovey. And to be honest, I'll be up for it. You know, I'm not gonna knock it. You know, we got some good talents here. You know, both Mariah and Anderson are good with that. So if they were to do it, I'd be up for it like 100. I would be so like, and I've been have to catch up on my Mariah Carey music, you know, so I'll be down with it. So this could be a sign, y'all, that they're connected to each other in the music realm. There be allegedly maybe an album coming out. So you guys need to look up for that. So we do have some good things. I'm hoping that abusive card does not mess up with things. Okay, it could be an error. All right guys, so I'm gonna pause with those two cards. Let me put the abuse card over here. I'm just gonna tilt this sideways. Let's see what we can get on using my What's the News Oracle card deck. What's the news? Okay. Alright guys, so what's the news? Alright, so let's see what else we can get pertaining to Mariah Anderson within their relationship. Spirit, what is allegedly the news? What is the news that is going on between Mariah and Anderson? Alright guys, we have the first card. You see how it flipped out? We have new boo, new love, learning each other, flirtations. So you guys, it is still in that phase. I do believe that I said that Mariah and Anderson, they have been dating for a couple of months, but it appears that, okay. All right. It appears that they're still in that lovey-dovey phase. They are still, getting to know one another, being flirtations, doing things that couples will do. Let me show you guys this picture real quick. If I can show you, let me flip it because I think I saved it. Boom. Okay. This one right here. So you can tell that you know, Mariah Anderson, they're still are trying to figure out one another. This is a picture of him and her and, you know, her beautiful twins. Oh my God. You know, guys, I am so amazed just how big her babies got. And they're absolutely adorable. Oh my goodness. Nick Cannon, you fool. That's all I got to say. You fool. But yeah, so they're still at that phase where they are getting to know one another. I'm not sure who this is. This looks like a sister. I wonder if he has a sibling. They look just alike, but yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So they're getting to know one another, getting to know each other's families. So it's still in a good headspace within the relationship. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the regular photo. Wait, maximize it. Okay, we're gonna use this one. Alrighty, let's see what else we can get. Okay, I see this card sticking out, and I know that another one had fell. Let's see what these two have to say. We have spilling the beans, revealing secrets, cats out of the bag, untrustworthy. Ooh, I wonder what's that about. What is that about? Very interesting. See, it seems like, guys, every time it's like one could never be happy. It's like you can never be in a space where you can just be with your loved one, be with your family, doing whatever without having this negative cloud over your head. Now, when I think of like spilling the beans, revealing secrets, cats out of the bag, untrustworthy, of course, with Mariah Anderson, with them being well-known people, you know, publics out there, be aware of people starting some shit. This is a warning. Like, be aware. This could be an ex-lover. This could be someone salty between them. I'm definitely getting a feeling like it's something to do with an ex-lover. I'm getting a feeling this could come from on Anderson's side, or it could come from Mariah as well, because from what my understanding, I know she has, you know, like Nick Cannon. Nick could feel salty due to the fact that, and this allegedly, he could feel salty due to the fact that now Mariah is with Anderson, or Anderson, he was in a relationship with his ex-wife. I don't know if I can say ex-wife, baby mama, but I'm going to say ex-wife out of respect. I don't know much other than that she is from Korean descent. So his ex-wife is Korean. And she could feel salty in some kind of way. She could come up and say, like, okay, Anderson is not good, and, you know, all this blah, 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 and, you know, how he was behind the scenes, and, blah, 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 and all of that. So them two need to be on their P's and Q's pertaining to this, because someone could know one or the other secrets, and they're threatened to spill the beans if they were to, you know, like, mess up. The next card that we have Virgo. Chemistry, intense passion, things are heating up. So, you guys, this is I'm getting to feel like this is an intense relationship. Like, Mariah is feeling some kind of way. And I would say Anderson too. They both feel some kind of way being within this relationship. I'm just curious, is this one of the moments where one had a crush and now they're experiencing, like, if you guys heard, I'm just curious, if you heard Anderson say that one of his celebrity crushes is Mariah Carey, and he was blessed with this opportunity of being with this beautiful woman, and he's like living it out. And you know, with Mariah, she has like that fire, because you know she is in, you know, Aries. I can't think of what Anderson's sign is, but he could fall under a Libra. I'm not sure. You know what? Let me check it out. Let me see. Oh, okay, guys. So I had to check upon his zodiac sign. So he falls under the sign of an Aquarius. So, wow, it's one of those type of relationships. Okay. Okay. I'm suddenly thinking of my mother and my stepfather, who falls under the same zodiac, and I'm looking back at that card, but I'm hoping it's different. It's different. Okay, but right now at this time, this is what is going on right now, that the relationship is still hot. It's still fire. It's still, they're having really good chemistry together, enjoying one another's company, lovey-dovey. Everything is good. So far, so good. Okay, let's pull out one more card. I'll do a 4. Let's do the 4th one. Okay. Okay, so I found it odd. Okay, we have sipping, you guys. We have sipping, nosy, spreading rumors, gossiping. Relates to spilling the beans. So that's a strong indicator. A strong indicator that they need to be on their P's and Q's. Let's see what this card is. We have laughter, wholeness, overjoyed, smiling. So, guys, this is a good relationship here. This is good vibes between the two. We got happiness and joy, laughter, always happy, smiling, just like how they're smiling in this picture. Wow. Okay, y'all. All right. Okay. All right, so far so good. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to stop pulling on those cards there. All right. I'm just going to grab something else. Let's go on to the next card from Love Neon. So let's see. What is the next question I can ask? Alright, let me ask individually for each person. I'm going to ask this question. We're going to start with Mariah. Spirit, what can Mariah expect from her relationship to Anderson Paak? Okay, Spirit, okay, guys, I did see a card sticking out and it's getting my attention. Ouch, guys. Wow. Okay. The next card that we have, y'all, we have friend zone. I think we're better off just friends. Wow. Okay. All right, guys, so speaking of a friend's zone, now I explained this in the last episode that I did on Chili and Matthew, that when, let's just say for example, okay, we saw Mariah and Anderson together. It is not clarified, at least from me, at least from what I have not seen, that they declared themselves boyfriend and girlfriend of a sort. Okay, this could be another one of those scenarios where they could be identifying their relationship coming from their end. You know, sometimes you hear people saying, you know, like my partner, my boyfriend, my girlfriend. That could be allegedly what is going on. That is why we see the new Boo card. We see the Virgo. It's kind of like they're like at that they're still at that fresh stage, as if when, you know, they had met each other, they're still trying to figure out each other. And also, allegedly, what they could call, what are they calling their relationship? Are they calling like it being this or being that? And I do feel like that within a couple of months down the line, if that is the case, what would happen is that one would want more than just stating what they want to call themselves by. Like, if they have like a name to call their relationship, one may want to say, hey, let's take it up to being, you know, like boyfriend, girlfriend, or a partner. But the other person may not feel ready for that as of yet, which that's why we got the friend zone card, allegedly, like thinking, I think we're better off just being friends. Don't even want to say like it could be like a friends with benefits type of thing, like as if, you know, they linked up together just for publicity, allegedly, you know, like a publicity, trying to, you know, come up with a new album by acting like that they were a couple, when, you know, one may have deep feelings for the other, and the other one may feel like, you know, I'm just not there with that, you know, if you guys understand what I'm saying. So that could be one of those cases as to why this card had came out. Let's pull out another one for Mariah. And since it comes off of Mariah, it could be saying like Mariah is the one that wants to take it up a notch. Was like with Anderson, he's like, I don't think I'm not ready for that as of yet. All right. Alright guys, we have another card. If you guys can see, we have allegedly jealousy. I get jealous because I'm struggling with my own insecurities. Okay. The jealousy card could go either way. But what I'm getting, it can go either way. Anderson could feel jealous about certain things. Mariah, who is under that Aries sign, she can have strong jealousy intentions, allegedly. Okay? There could be some jealousy within the relationship. Alright, you guys. Now, with Mariah, let's go on to Anderson. Alright, Spirit. Now with Anderson, what can Anderson Paak expect for his relationship to Mariah Carey? Alright, you guys, we have love. I'm starting to fall head over heels for you. Alright, y'all, so allegedly he's feeling like he's in love. He's in love now. Okay, so since during the fact that, let me backtrack a little. Since he has a love card, let's go back to the friend zone. Now the friend zone could fall under. Okay. So she could be the one. Mariah could be the one that's saying like, oh, you're in love with me. You want to be serious with me. But I think we need to keep it like this. So that kind of flip around there, that she could be the one that's calling the shots pertaining to that. If he's feeling like this, let's see what else we're going to get. Alright, Spirit, what else can Anderson Paak expect from his relationship with Mariah Carey? What can Anderson Paak expect? Okay. We have another card, you guys. We have family. Family is very important to me. How would you feel about us becoming a family? So guys, allegedly, Anderson now is dead serious on making Mariah. Okay. He's dead on serious. He's dead on serious. I really do feel like that he definitely had a crush on her back in the day. And again, if you guys are aware of this, let me know that down in the comment section. But yeah, he is in love. He is in love. He is in love. He is happy. He's happy, and he definitely wants a family. He definitely wants a family. Now, I'm not saying about like having a child, but he wants to have a family with her. Like if she were to say, do you want to get married? I feel like that he will not hesitate, because that's how much allegedly that he is in love with her. So he is smitten with her. Okay. We had that smitten card. So he has two wedding rings. I ain't never really expect that. Okay. All right. Go on, Anderson. Okay. All right, y'all. So let's pull out the true emotional energy. So I'm just going to take out a total of 3 cards. Again, I don't want to be long. I'm going to start with Anderson on this. Spirit pertaining to Anderson Paak. What is the true emotional energy on Anderson Paak surrounding his relationship with Mariah Carey? Okay, I do see 2 cards come out. Alright guys, so these are the 2 cards that I have. We have Round and Round, Cycles, Triggers, Lessons. Round and Round, Cycles, Triggers, Lessons. So with this card here pertaining to Anderson, I'm not sure if this is something that Spirit could be saying to him, because what I'm getting, this is what it could say. It could say that Spirit is allowing him to, with this opportunity of being with Mariah, there could have been some things that he could have done allegedly in his last relationship, like his last marriage to his ex-wife, and it could have brought like a certain trigger to him. But if not, this could be like a lesson, could be a lesson well learned. Like, could be one of those cases like appreciate what you have. I feel like it's something to do with ego. His ego maybe a little bit too high, and he was so high up he couldn't come down, which that could have caused his marriage to break up. And now allegedly he could have like this opportunity again with Mariah, allegedly. And the Spirit's telling him that learn from the lessons of your past and put it into perspective within this relationship. And then following that card, you guys, we have another family card. So it's a strong indicator, a very strong indicator. This card seems to come out. And we have the third card. We have workplace affair, you guys. Workplace affair. Now with the workplace affair, depending on the cards that I got on Anderson so far, I don't want to say that allegedly a workplace affair will happen or is currently happening. I don't think that. I feel like that this card came out because this could be one of the cases where Anderson could have met Mariah and the relationship could have started as a workplace affair. They could have been engaged with each other allegedly longer than what the media had discovered when they were caught together having dinner together. So they could have been talking to each other like way before it came out within the media. So this could have been one of the cards that indicate that. Okay, let's pull out an extra one for Anderson. Like, why not? Okay, I do see another card that's getting my attention. My eyes is following it. The fourth card, you guys, we have Spell Love. So does he feel like he's under a spell with Mariah? I put a spell on you. Alright, you guys, this could be another case where he's so in love, it's almost like that he's under a spell with Mariah. Wow, we have Spell Love, everybody. Spell Love. That is something, like, he really does feel like that he's definitely like in love with her to a point like he's like in the spell. That is so neat. All right, you guys, so let me do something else now. For Mariah, I would like to try, let's do my Burning Heart Love Oracle. Okay, since Anderson is showing all of this love, why not? Let's use those. Let's see what we're gonna get here. Okay, the Burning Heart for Mariah Carey. Alrighty, so Spirit now to Mariah. What are her thoughts? What are her thoughts that you could articulate within this card deck regarding her feelings towards Anderson Paak? Just so you know. Okay. We have a card that came out. So the first response, we have, you're always on my mind. Always on my mind. So, even with her, it went to the left. Second card, you tame my demons. You tame my demons. Yeah, this is definitely coming from her. Scratch that off. It's coming from her. Because we already know about Mariah's struggles with her mental health. This could be why the abuse card came out, you guys. Like what I was saying earlier about the abuse card. That could be like mental abuse, verbal abuse. Now it's like maybe not with verbal, but it could be something to do like with mental. Because, you know, Mariah has dealt with mental illness, and now since she's in this relationship with Anderson, it's something that he's doing. It's something that he's doing to tame that other side of her that, you know, that is threatening to come out. He's keeping her in her place. Okay, which is a good thing. All right. Okay, we have I regret what I did to you. I don't know how to handle my emotions right now. Very interesting. I regret what I did to you. So allegedly, was there a moment where Anderson had approached Mariah and she kind of gave him the boot? And this could be the time. Now, I forgot to mention about Mariah's other relationship with this guy. I can't think of his name, but she's been with him for a certain amount of years. He was a handsome guy. And she never married the dude. And I guess that he stuck around because I guess he was hoping that he was going to get married like the other guy that did the same shit to Brittany. But Mariah was smart because she's been through it. And when he left, this what could have ended up messing with like her mental health at times, when, you know, like she's by herself, not really like by herself like with her kids, but it could have been like the old version of her coming back and things that she experienced in her past, and that could threaten to come out and could affect her. And when she met Anderson, that was when she was in her happy place. So now it's definitely like that energy is definitely coming from Mariah. So I feel like that I regret what I did to you, and I don't know how to handle my emotions. That could be something that she could be working on, allegedly, like behind the scenes. And Anderson could be helping her with that. All right, guys, let's pull out two more. Mariah's thoughts. Okay. All right, so we have 2 or 3. Wow, that came out. All right, so yeah, she's seriously going through like some mental stuff right now. But we have, I don't feel like I deserve you. I let people manipulate me into ghosting you. I'm holding on to the memories of us. Wow, so there's a little bit of things going on her end that she's fighting with mentally, allegedly. Anderson is coming with her, between her, like with one way, but it's another. If you guys understand what I'm saying with her, so that is that. All right, you guys. So let's see here. With the neon love cards, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I said I was going to pull out a total of 8. All right, we have 43 minutes, 17 seconds and counting. So let me think of one more question to ask. A very good question to ask. Let's see. Okay, we already see about how they feel, especially with Anderson. He's just like there. Okay, and then we ask for her. Let's ask this. What are there any red flags? Are there any red flags within this relationship? I'm gonna ask this first question. Spirit, between Mariah Carey and Anderson Paak, are there any red flags pertaining to this relationship? Okay, guys, the next card we have red flag. how did that work? A red flags card, when I'm questioning, I just say, are there any red flags within the relationship? Then I get a card that says red flags. Really? So, you guys, we have red flags. You promise yourself you'll never date someone like me again. So, again, you guys, this to me is like another one of these mental cards. This is oh, I don't even want to say Mariah, but the cards already read and that there's some kind of like a mental thing that's going on. Like, you promise yourself you'll never date someone like me again. So it's one, how one is looking at the other and how the other is looking at, but this don't even make no sense, not even to me, because we already see like Anderson is bringing in that loving energy. He's bringing in that loving energy. So I'm trying to figure out like the red flags. You promise yourself you'll never date someone like me again. Like, is it like she doesn't want someone to like love her, or she's looking for someone because he's madly in love with her? So I'm really trying to understand this, you guys. So this is rather odd. It's almost like it's like you have someone good in front of you and you're feeling like you don't. I'm thinking that this is what I'm thinking, going back to this card. Like, I feel like I don't deserve you. This is coming out of Mariah's response. I don't feel like I deserve you, and you promise yourself you'll never date someone like me again. That's like a mental battle going on with her, allegedly. Let me, before we pull out the last card, let me see the true emotional energy that is surrounding Mariah. I wouldn't even be surprised, you guys, if a spiritual card comes out. You know, that man would look like he's turning his head and shit. Let's see what is the true emotional energy surrounding Mariah regarding Anderson. In spirit, pertaining to Mariah Carey, what is the true emotional energy surrounding Mariah Carey regarding her relationship to Anderson? Alright guys, we have one card here. Next card we have from Mariah, we have too late. Too late. Girl. See if this card is sticking out. The next card we have Pop the Question. Pop the Question. So guys, this goes back to Anderson cards. Pop the question. Allegedly. Okay. Allegedly, don't be surprised. I feel like that with all the love cards and the energy that he's bringing. Okay. Let's see. And Anderson. Okay, we have fucked up over you. Okay, let's pull out for one more. Okay, we have one more card, you guys. We have the Queen Bee card. Secure, confident, boss bitch, career focus. So with Mariah, with this card here, this card is a typical, this comes out pertaining to any like celebrity, especially a person that is career focused. So Mariah could be And this is what she could have always done. She uses her career as a shield, so she wouldn't have to think about things within when she's in relationships, like romantic relationships. She uses that as a cover. And this could be one of the things that could be like an issue as to why I feel like it sounds like to me like she won't fully open up. Like she's having a hard time like welcoming in this loving, head over heels, I'm in love with you type of type of energy that Anderson is giving her. And she could be covering like up herself, like covering up her feelings using her career, like trying to stay focused within her career, because it sounds like it's a fear, allegedly like a fear that she doesn't want to get hurt anymore. She doesn't want to feel like this, fucked up over you. Alright, you guys, so I'm going to put those aside. Let's go back to the Love Neon. We're going to try to pull out for one more card. And the final question I'm going to ask is, what would be the what would be the overall thing that would happen between Mariah Carey and Anderson this year? Spirit pertaining to Mariah Carey, Anderson Paak, what would be the major big thing, allegedly the big thing that will happen for Mariah Carey and Anderson Paak this year? And by this year, I mean that a year, 12 months. Alright guys, we have our final card. We have friends with benefits. I am not looking for anything serious. I wouldn't mind being friends with benefits. Friend zone. I think we're better off just being friends. So you guys, it looks like to me, again, Anderson is smitten with Mariah, but with Mariah herself, she is not bringing in that energy. Allegedly, Anderson could feel like he's so much in love with her, he may attempt to propose to her. But with all the other stuff with her going on, it's not going to work that way, unfortunately. Allegedly. Okay, if you guys understand what I'm saying. So it's like one wants to put in one effort, the other one is like, no, she just can't do it. Okay. All right, you guys, so we pulled out a total of 8 cards, and I'm going to get them all together and we're going to see if we have any hidden messages. All right, you guys, we are back, so let's go over the cards that we have pulled out. Okay, first card, we have jealousy. Ouch. Second card, we have synergy. We have family. We have love. We have red flags. We have friend zone. We have abusive. And we have friends with benefits. Alright, you guys, so let me check to see if we have any secret messages. It is a slight possibility that we do not, but I'm just going to double check. So, okay, I do see one lovebird and 2 rings, but that's only if you have like a soulmate card and a perfect match card, so that is a no-no. We don't see no roses and a Cupid's arrow. We have 2 rings, but we need like a total of 3, which symbolizes long-term commitments. So you guys, long story short, we have no secret messages of this part, so it is declared uncertain, okay? And you know what I told you guys? If there's a case where Mariah and Anderson are still together, I will do another reading on them within a couple of months or whenever I feel the need to. So just be on the lookout for that. But let's wish the couple some luck, at least on Mariah's end, because again, Anderson does feel smitten with her. So we have that. All right, you guys, so this concludes this segment of Love Neon pertaining to Mariah Carey and Anderson .Paak. And with that being said, we're gonna go over to the next segment.